You know what else is the funny part? You still don't have points. World title.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were taking pictures. I'm a little late now.
Alright everybody, so this is not my cue to speak. I would like to first invite Uncle Todd up to the stage to say a few words. I'd like to first invite Uncle Todd up to the stage to say a few words about Mr. Trevor Steiner, and then we'll follow it up with Tim to say a few words about Allie.
Yeah, you guys put the microphone.
Congratulations first to our graduates here.
Don't you want to use your microphone?
I think everybody can hear me just fine here for this. We'll keep it for Zach. So, Allie, I don't get to say anything about you because that's 40 minutes for me easily, but I gotta focus on Trev because that's what they told me to, so. Trev, I can't believe the years have gone by already, and here we are, graduating from high school, from my little man, my little buck, as he was known as for all those years, and still is today, and now he's past me in height, of course, but I still remember in grade school when me and Mom were forced to sit in the class in the little chairs along with them, because in their little desks, we had to contort ourselves in there with them and all that, and me and Mom would be talking while the teacher was relaying what was going to happen with the class, and Trevor would whack us and say, hey, so with Trevor, we never had to worry that he was going to follow in line as long as what the teachers were doing, because he always, the teachers would always tell us that Trevor, the boy, he does no wrong. Whatever we tell him to do, he's right there attentive. He's always willing to help others. He's the first one to say please and thank you and all that, which we couldn't be more proud of, but I said you should spend some time with him at home and see the interaction with me and Mom and his sister, and maybe you're come around to what we see every day, but no, he's done a great job, and he's made it to this point, and it's fun to have him help me now, and he was helping me last night, and now that he can almost lift more than I can, but we're getting there, right, buddy? And it's coming in big help for me now. But as I told Shannon years ago, this is when the hard work begins. This is when we find out, what the next step in life is, and none of us exactly know what that next step is. And I always say, if someday I ever figure it out, I'll let you know. But up until now, I always say when I grow up, I want to be just like Scott Walker. That's the only thing I know at this point. So enjoy life, enjoy the moments. Find out what's next. Don't expect everything to go your way, because it just doesn't work that way. And sometimes when a path takes you this way and God leads you this way, you'll understand why later on when God led you this way that maybe that was the right path to go. But in the end, it all works out. It always does. And it'll work out for you guys, I know as well. You got the future in front of you. When we came out, jobs weren't aplenty. You took what you could get. And it was different times. Now, the world is your oyster, and take advantage of it. Be thankful to God for everything you do. Ask Him for His help in all things. And trust me, you guys will find the way. So, congratulations again.
Hey Tim, is this going to be anything like the wedding?
There's not a dais, I can't do that. Okay, congratulations both. Okay, good work. I'm very happy for both of you. But again, Trev, can't talk to you, okay? Not talk to you. Not allowed to, okay? So, yeah.
Is that brother?
Huh?
I can hear you.
You should speak up. You can't hear me, really? Okay, here. So, now, hi. My little girl. It's amazing that you're old enough to go to graduation high school. We call you Big Al, but you're really Little Al, at least to me and I think most of your siblings and your mother as well. But we're very proud of you, we're very happy for you. You've gotten this far and done as well as you have done. I still can't believe when you left being homeschooled. And I thought, okay, was going to be a junior and you're going to be a freshman in Case, that you would go to Case, and you pull back. And you said, nope, I ain't doing this. So I thought, probably in sophomore year, do the same thing. Since they go on, graduate, you're going to still be at home. But you made a jump. Personally, I would have been scared as hell to make that jump. I mean, safety of home versus craziness of a Case high school. It's amazing that you were able to do that. I'm really impressed that you were able to do that. Okay? I mean, that's a huge jump. And then you flourished. Okay? You did fantastic. You did fantastic in sports, volleyball club. Sometimes you liked it, sometimes you didn't. I guess I liked the coach, sometimes you didn't. But you know, it was fun. All the volleyball that we did together, watched you play. It was really enjoyable to watch you play. I missed that part very, very much. Okay? I missed the club stuff that we could have done together, but you decided to bag it the last couple of years. Okay, but that's your choice. But now you're graduating. And the last year now, you kind of seems like you're finding your passion. You're going down that veterinary route, working in a vet's office at age 15. How many kids can do that? How many kids can learn from the ground up how to be in a business? Okay, that to me is the key for success in a business, is to know it from the very bottom, starting out at the very bottom and getting more and more involved, more and more relationship with the people that are there, more and more responsibility there. It's ideal for, I think, what you feel is your passion. Okay, and to me, the key is what I see, and again, I hope you pursue your passion. If that's veterinary medicine, that'd be fantastic. Okay, like I tell all you guys, I try to tell all you guys, I'd rather you get up in the morning pursuing your passion and just happen to get paid for it, than pursue a job that you can't stand but the money's great. Okay, so the idea here is, pursue the passion and just be blessed that you actually get paid for pursuing that passion. Hopefully that's going to be you in veterinary medicine. Everything I tell you about veterinary medicine, don't hold yourself back. Okay? Really do not hold yourself back. Don't think I can't do that. Okay? You can do most of the stuff that's for vet tech right now, you're probably already doing before you even take the classes. Okay? As you get into vet tech, more than likely you'll be doing a lot of the things that the veterinary people can do, even before you go into vet school. So please don't think you can't do it. Whatever you think you can do, or whatever you believe you can do, you will be able to do it. Okay? So believe in yourself. Okay? So that's very, very important. You can do it. Okay? Just tell yourself you can do it. Okay? So again, Mom, we left the best for last. Okay? Heck with the other kids, okay? We could say we had the first, worst type of thing, okay? But now we have the best for last. So, I love you, Al. We all love you. We'll all be here for you. Okay? Good luck. Good job, buddy.
Let me actually turn this on.
Hey Jim, you didn't work at Notre Dame. I thought all you guys worked at Notre Dame.
You guys hear me?
You gotta turn your mic to you.
Hello? You guys can hear me?
Oh, yes.
Down a little lower, or is this... That's good? Perfect. Wow, well, what a crowd we have here today. Unbelievable. People far and wide here. Well, hello family, friends, distinguished guests, alumni, intellectuals, clergy, corporate sponsors, and Tim. My name is Zach Shawhan, and I will be your keynote speaker this afternoon. And let me tell you what an honor it is to be here in front of you today. I'm also being paid a large sum of money here, but we won't mention that. Thanks, Kim. Let me also take this moment to comment that I was certainly not a big shot at my own graduation, so this is definitely a moment of self-realization. It's sad, let it sink in. So let's get on with it. While I hardly need an introduction around here, let me give you a little background of the hard work I've put in to be here today and how I somehow managed to find my way into the Zelko Steiner family. Picture this, a young and beardless Zach, who is a junior in high school, just trying to find his way around the big bad streets of Case High School. And they were big and bad, trust me. He then meets this nice girl in his French class named Sydney. While she paid absolutely no attention to me. Once again, probably because I didn't have a beard at the time. I knew I had to get to know her. Long story short, I spent 8 long and hard working months in the friend zone. And here I stand before you today as proof that hard work pays off. Thank you. I would also like to take this moment, an opportunity to thank Noah, Kim, and especially Allie for believing in me the whole time I was in the friend zone, even though almost all hope was lost in Sydney's point of view. Now enough of this sappy love story here. This isn't The Notebook or The Fault in Our Stars. We're here for our 2 graduates today.
Keep going.
He just likes it because I'm making fun of myself. So give these 2 a nice round of applause. Thank you. So this is probably not the graduation you were expecting. And for the graduates here with me today, a complete surprise. Trevor and Allie, I certainly know that you weren't expecting to have to see me today. But while you may have not been able to experience your senior year like you had planned, or hung out with your friends like normal, or annoyed your teachers like normal, this year means something much more than ever imagined. In these uncertain times, this year stands for resiliency, commitment, and all the bonds that you have made through your high school careers. Take this moment now and cherish all of the things you have held dearly over the past 4 years. So whether that means that it's athletic, academic, or any other personal achievements, they all mean a great deal to the development of your character in the long run. This year also stands for change, both personally and professionally, as you take the next step in your lifelong journeys. Changing times calls for changing people, and people who are able to adapt to the new opportunities as they become present in our lives. Lastly, this year stands for the path of the unknown, because this world has never seen times like these before. While the unknown is typically associated with fear and resentment, this current unknown opens doors, alleyways, and even paths for things that you are able to do in this world. But when we put all of these things together in the melting pot, this year is the time for the class of 2020 and the 2 graduates we have here today to show us how they can change the world. While every one of your classmates might not be the next Steve Jobs, Dr. Martin Luther King, or Mother Teresa, I have faith in the 2 graduates that we have here today that they can be like those giants in history and make meaningful changes to their professions and their communities. As parents, siblings, aunts and uncles, grandparents, cousins, and of course, dear friends, Sarah, I'm talking about you and I here. We've all been able to see these 2 fine people in front of us blossom into the people that they've become today. I speak for everyone in the audience when I say we are all incredibly proud of the accomplishments that you have made in and out of the classroom over the past 4 years. While you may seem like you have done a lot in your lifetime, there's so much more out there in the world for you to explore. It is now not a test in your world history class to somehow remember where Austria is on a map. It is your test to take advantage. It is your test to take advantage of the privileges of this world. Take a step into the unknown, because you never know how much that single step forward will mean to you in the years to come. While we cherish the past, certainly hold the present near and dear, and the future, or the unknown, is what will truly help change your lives. I test you today to aim high. They say shoot for the stars, because you'll land, if you miss, you'll land among the clouds. Well, I test you today to aim further than the stars, because the stars limits you to this galaxy. While none of us anticipate you missing, at the end of the day, we are human, and sometimes we do miss. And just like the current situation in the world today, it is not about the miss, rather it's how you take your next shot. Another great piece of advice I learned from one of my professors is not to allow anyone or anything in this world to place a limit on you, because you are human beings, and we are privileged by God to be limitless. As I've talked about today, there are so many blessings in this life to take advantage of, and being limited certainly takes the fun out of things. And lastly, speaking about fun, ensure that you live your life to the fullest, as the two fathers had already talked about. While my generation makes t-shirts out of the phrase YOLO, you only live once, I will incorporate that into my speech today. If you believe that you only live your life once, then why let others stop you from having fun by placing limits on your human right to be limitless? So, if you put some faith into what I've said here today, let's take our step into the unknown and not be brought down by anyone or anything in this world. Let us cherish our memories, but always remember that the best times are ahead of us. Now, after I've called off your names, I invite the graduates to come up on stage to receive their diplomas. After you receive your diploma, please stand next to me here on the stage, and trust me, there is no possible way you can screw this up. Because if I haven't screwed up to this point, then we're in pretty good shape here. Sydney, that's your cue. Now introducing your class of 2020, your starting lineup, starting off at point guard, a man who is just about 6'7", a future GQ model, and the only guy I know who can sleep in the crow hole in a sweatshirt in 95-degree weather. This guy is so much of a diehard Brewer fan, you might think he's Benjamin Button. Sports management, here you come, and hailing from the metropolitan Germantown area, Trevor K. Steiner. Congratulations, sir. Seeing you didn't screw it up, that's great. And now for a lady who's tougher than her brother Ian, and somebody who can down a pan of brownies better than anybody else I know. Tell her that she looks nice, she might just get you. A future veterinarian in the making, because she doesn't like humans enough and can lift up a 160-pound dog. Yes, you heard it here first. Miss Allie Zelko. Congratulations, Allie. So now, once again, I stand before you here today and I say congratulations to our shorter class of 2020. And at this moment, I would invite all of our audience to stand if you can. Graduates, please move your tassels as a sign of taking the step into the unknown. Thank you for your faith, your hard work, your dedication. Most of all, thank you both for being you. Congratulations, class of 2020. You did it. You may throw your caps now. Yep. Thank you, everybody. Good job, you guys. All right, a bow. Here we go.